we default on our debt, the whole world is in trouble. This is a manufacturing crisis. There's no question about America's ability to pay its bills. America has the strongest economy in the world, and we should be cutting spending and lowering the deficit without a needless crisis. In a responsible way, I believe in cutting spending and cutting the deficit. In my first 2 years in office, I'm the only president in history that's lowered the deficit in those 2 years by a record $1.7 trillion.
Thank you, Dark Brandon.
Yep.
Chris.
Yes.
Who said I did finish the wall? I built a wall. I built hundreds of miles of wall, and I finished it. And then I said we have to build some more. Who said that?
Bam Bam Rubble.
No, that would be Donald Trump in the tornado of Bolt.
Oh, okay.
CNN town hall. Is that what we're calling it? Just in case you were anybody's interested. About 458 miles of wall had been completed under Trump. Just 52 of that, 2 miles of that was new wall. Others were repairing existing fencing, and that'd be 52 miles. As I understand it, our borders 3,000.
Why did it?
Yeah, I don't know, just a little bigger. Okay, all right, that's just one.
Got a long border on the south.
Yeah, I didn't. That's one of the 11 billion lies he told.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, look who's here. We've missed you so.
Good morning. Oh, I missed you all. It's been weeks, it's been months, it's been years. So much has happened. Indictments and liability and, whatever that mess was last night.
Right.
Dear God. Yeah. Did you happen to catch clips?
I did
anything?
not give them the ratings. I caught some clips, and we knew that this was going to be. They padded the audience with Trump psycho fans.
Yeah.
I call them psycho fans.
Yes, that's a good word.
Because they're psycho.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, they had a hard time finding women that were willing to ask questions after his court case with E. Jean Carroll. So we knew this was going to be a disaster, and CNN's been leaning right for a long time. I just didn't think they were going to allow him to have a Trump rally for an hour and degrade a woman who was sexually assaulted by an ex-president of the United States.
And what did he say? They found I didn't rape her and I didn't do anything else either. It's like, no, that you were found liable of sexual assault. You were, but so I'm like, we were saying E. Jean Carroll should sue him again. He just defamed her again last night, called her a liar again, basically.
I don't know what backwards jurisdiction says that being penetrated by fingers against your will is not rape, because it's absolutely rape. I just want to make that clear.
I just said that yesterday, Dana, to Cynthia Oxney. We were discussing. I'm like, I've never heard that. That it seems to me if you're penetrated against your will with anything, that's rape, right? And that's just the comedic part of it, is that she obviously didn't know because tiny mushroom penis.
Right.
Pinky, who knows, right? But
I mean, all we can say is Stormy Daniels was telling the truth about size. I mean, that's clear at this point.
I know. Anyway, the whole thing, it's just, but the fact that this audience was laughing. It's
awful human beings. And I think that's what's scary, is it shows us more where his base is going than it does about CNN. These people are laughing at sexual assault, at sexual assault.
Yeah.
They really are deplorable people.
Yeah, like
Hillary
as I said earlier, Dana, none of them have daughters, wives, sisters, anybody that's ever been. I mean, they're just like that. It's funny now to be smirking about sexual assault. Anyway, how about this one? Chris, who said the Presidential Records Act is not criminal? I took the documents. I'm allowed to. You know who else took them? Obama took them. Nixon took them. Reagan took them. Who said that?
Pebbles Flintstone.
No, that would be Mango Mussolini, who once again was lying.
You're lying,
okay. It is not true. Past presidents took documents after they left office. As NARA itself pointed out in a statement in 2022, NARA was granted custody of the presidential records of former presidents, beginning with Ronald Reagan, as soon as those presidents left office, as required by the Presidential Records Act. In addition, it was NARA, not those presidents, that moved those documents out of the nation's capital to NARA-managed temporary archival facilities near where their permanent presidential libraries would be built. I mean, Dana, this is, it was what we thought it would be. Lie after lie after lie after lie. And it shouldn't have happened in the first place. But, I get Caitlin Collins tried to push back on some of it. But, she's put in this lion's den of people booing her and cheering and laughing at everything Trump says. I mean, it's just.
And with all due respect, if you look at the history of her, she started at Fox News. This isn't necessarily an upstanding journalist from the beginning. She peddled a lot of lies and anti-Semitism at the beginning of her career. So I'm not surprised that they put her in this position. CNN is leaning more right, and none of this surprises me at this point. Did she do the best she could? Okay, she shouldn't have accepted that position in the first place.
Yeah. It just was a disgrace, top to bottom.
And she didn't do the best she could if she didn't push back against infanticide. He said they're killing babies.
Yeah.
I mean, that is an easily fact-checkable point in that moment. So to come back and be like, oh, she had a hard job, she did the best she could. There was a couple of points just as a human being you could have been like, I don't think that's true.
And can we just clarify this once and for all? This is in the very extreme, very rare case of the health of the survival of the mother. This is not, women change their minds at 9 months old, or Democrats want to kill baby. I mean, it's such a ridiculous, disingenuous debate, right?
Right. That's one of the things where I'm like, don't give her as much props as she got. And they set her up. CNN knew what they were doing. If they wanted to make Trump look like this, and they're like, oh, we did exactly how we thought this was going to turn out, I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
Yeah.